So if you recall from a certain video I made last December, geez, it's been that long already, I give a little rundown of who my Fursona was at the time along with some of his defining physical features. And that's exactly what we're doing in this video, except it'll have more floof. But heyo guys, my name is BetaEtaDelota, and today we'll be doing a Fursona breakdown. This is sort of a new mini-series where I share all the need to knows about the well-known Fursonas in the fandom. For today's installment, we'll be talking about my recently modified and redesigned Fursona Maverick the Wolf Dragon, also known as Maverick 2.0. Alright, enough about me. Let's talk about what you think about me. But if you didn't know, I kinda have my Fursona both rebranded and redone this summer to make him relate more to me and what I stand by in the fandom. And after zillions of iterations with friends who were willing to help, I finally have the finished product of my Fursona, who I don't think will be changing anytime soon. Speaking of artist friends, I'd like to give a big thank you to Bleodafi and Zillion for helping me redesign Maverick. Thanks to their efforts, I have an official ref sheet of my Fursona, and I couldn't be happier with how he turned out. All the reference sheets for my Fursona's redesign will be in the description below if any of you are interested in seeing how he fully looks separately from what I'm going to be explaining. For now though, it's time to start with the breakdown of Maverick the Wolf Dragon. So right off the bat, the first thing I changed from his previous design was his relation to the Digimon franchise. As much as he was based off of a Digimon known as Hackmon, Maverick himself is no longer a Digimon. He went from being entirely based on the design to now being inspired by it with some very distinctual changes. And now he's just a full-on anthropomorphic wolf dragon hybrid. I would also like to clarify one thing. Yes, I understand that he's known as a wagon. It's almost like you guys never let me forget. If anything, I kind of find the idea of a wolf derg to be adorable. So whether he's known as a wolf derg or a wagon, he's my adorable boyo and I love him to death. As for the physical features of my Fursona, a lot of his patterns and overall body layout have been changed to stay more true to the wolf dragon concept. The first and most obvious change is that I decided to finally turn Maverick floofy and fuzzy instead of metallic and shiny. The life jacket is shiny enough. I wasn't really happy with the whole robotic look, so I applied some fur patterns to see if I liked that anymore, and just look at him now. He looks so fluffy and huggable. I can see what Zillion meant by the sex appeal skyrocketing, but in all honesty, I just want Maverick to hold me and cuddle me for hours. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Now for the rest of his body designs, I gave him some black and white patterning on his legs, arms, and torso that were completely random in nature. Though I will say that I was kinda inspired by Zillion Sona for that portion, I didn't actually have a theme for the stripe pattern besides saying, let's redo this part 20 more times until I say yes. Eventually, I just found something that stuck and I think it looks pretty cool. He's got a couple of cute little lightning bolts across his upper back and tail, a few varied stripes around his legs, and most importantly, he now has beans. That was actually a very popular request from some of you guys, so I decided to go with it, I guess due to the whole wolf portion of my Sona. Besides what I pointed out, there really isn't that much to describe about the physical changes. He's as normal as can be. Did I really just use the word normal within the context of the furry fandom? One thing I did change though is the variety of clothing options he wears for the different seasons, moods, or situations he's in. The first thing I brought back was his burgundy red Letterman jacket for the fall season. I also gave him a gray fleece-lined hoodie for the winter season, which I don't know when I'll get the reference pick for that one, but I still like the idea. He also has his normal red cloak similar to what Hackmon has. This is the main piece of clothing he wears during spy or assassination missions since it just makes him look edgy. And yes, I said that with a straight face. And for his final outfit, he has 2 life jackets along with a lifeguard design, which I still don't have yet. Now as for the story behind Maverick, I do have some minor lore about him, like what he does and who he is, but most of it is a work in progress right now. Like for example, he's supposed to be a swordsman or demon slayer with extremely high dexterity and agility. Most of this was inspired from Speed of Sound Sonic from One Punch Man and Saya from Blood Sea. And yes, I'm a weeb. Overall, he's supposed to be cute and fluffy, but also edgy and cool. And for the final portion of this breakdown, we move on to his personality, which we're doing with Facecam for absolutely no reason. So all I can really say about who Maverick is or how he really acts is that he resembles me. I can guarantee this is gonna get confusing, but I think you get the idea. It's the mentality of he is me and I am him. So it's more like he is Beta and I am Maverick. That is when I get a fursuit. But in reality, his name is Maverick and my name is Beta. Don't you love it when things aren't straightforward? Oh yeah, so for his personality. For the first thing, he absolutely loves to snuggle up to and cuddle with people, especially with tall boys. Probably one of the big things about him that relates to me is that he gets very shy and nervous around people because he's worried about screwing up socially. Okay, like this comic relates to me on a spiritual level. This is how I feel every time when I talk to or meet new people that I care about. Besides the negatives, what you see in me is what you're gonna see in him. Just not so much thick. Oh, and the final thing, he blushes a lot. Everyone does that to me as is. They call me cute and I start blushing spontaneously. Majira does it to me all the time, even though I'm not cute. Like on his live streams, he'll be like, which one's cuter, Majira or Beta? I swear to God. You know what? Treat for you guys. Oh, hi.
Beta?
Yes? Who is this?
Who do you think this is?
Majira? How'd you get my phone number?
You're saying that you're not cute again, aren't you?
But no, I'm not cute though. How'd you know I was recording or saying that?
I don't ruin the magic, therefore I can use the magic. I gave you fursuit snugs, Beta. I don't cuddle with people who aren't cute.
No, yes you do. You snuggle with me who is not cute, okay?
I don't care what you say, Beta. You're cute and I know that you're blushing right now.
What? Now wait a minute. Your reasoning behind that is just that. Am I really that cute?
Well, besides that little turn of events, there really isn't that much to my Fursona. So far, you guys have the basic need-to-know information before anything gets complicated, and I'm sure I'll have more information in the future once I'm able to fursuit as him. Which, speaking of that, I have a big announcement to make. So this last August, I gained the biggest opportunity to get a fursuit slot with More for Less, which if you didn't know, they're a very good fursuit maker. So yeah, I'm finally getting a fursuit. I paid it all off, got the slot confirmed, and hopefully sometime next summer, you'll be able to meet Maverick. I'm gonna have a big fursuit unboxing party, and hopefully my friends will show up. They're known to not do that. But yeah, fursuit of my Fursona. That's gonna happen. But besides that, thank you guys for watching. Now to celebrate my Sona's revamp, I have a brand new fan club shirt available on Artwork Tee right now. So if you want to be part of the BetaEtaDelota fan club, then feel free to pick up one of these shirts through the link below. Besides that, I've got nothing else. Have a good day as always, and stay life jacket. Take care.